I've honestly had a fantastic day. So honestly, nothing can get in the way of this fantastic stream. I'm really excited. We always have a good time. We always chop it up. We always just freaking, we're just goofballs. This is gonna be an absolute goofball stream. My daughter is throwing a tantrum right now. She's supposed to be going to bed, but I don't think it'll be anything to worry about. Guys, this hobby is more popular than it's ever been, more money flowing than ever, crazier auctions than ever, crazier sets than we've ever had. I mean, the mega sets, honestly, it looks good. Phantasmal Flames, it looks good. Mega Gengars, Mega Charizards. What more could we want? It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. 30th anniversary coming up. It's just going to up the ante. Like, seriously. Yo, what's good, Mike? How we doing? How we doing, Turtle? Guys, I don't really know what to expect with the market and the way things are going and all the scalping. And then with Phantasmal Flames, we'll probably talk about this tomorrow, if anything. The bots that basically cleaned out all of the ETBs. Guys, I just don't think things are changing. People know that there's a lot of money flowing into this hobby, and people are going to chase the money. And I feel... I don't think that we're ever going to miss the boat on Modern. I think Modern prices are going to go up, but it's always going to be out there. So that's something nice to think about. Like, that's something somewhat reassuring, is that, you know, as long as you're going to grind for it, you should be able to find the cards that are coming out today in the near term. And even in the next couple of years, shouldn't be too hard to find them. But the vintage cards are drying up. And I know I've said that plenty, but I never really talk about it on streams. I never really start the stream saying that, like, this is it, guys. You're hearing it from me. This isn't FOMO. This is just the reality. Some of the nicest cards in the hobby, in my opinion, some of the cards I love most, the train is leaving on them. And I'm okay with that. I've accepted it. I've accepted that a lot of cards I'm not going to get. I've accepted that a lot of cards I'm going to try to get regardless. But this is your signal. If you've been thinking about a certain card, or, you know, there's a PSA 9 or PSA 10 vintage Grail that you love, that you've been admiring for a while, I really think there is not a better time than right now to pick that card up. I think Pokemon is now turning into a completely different monster. And I think we're really heading into the sports card territory of just the fan base. It's just gotten so much bigger, and it's beyond, I think, a lot of our comprehensions. I certainly don't know what's going on, and I didn't think it would last this long. And I definitely did not think cards like the Latios, Latias, the Lovebirds, the Tag Team GX cards, all of them really, they've all exploded. And I thought those cards were all going to come crashing back down. I was wrong. It doesn't matter. I was still buying them, so it doesn't matter. But even in buying these cards, I've maintained a fair amount of skepticism. Anyways, I hope everyone is doing fantastic tonight. James, how we doing? Frank, what's good? The hobby is absolutely cooked. I don't know what's. I mean, I'm just going to try and stay positive and, like, try and roll with the punches. But it's like, oh, people, like, the saying, like, people need to make more money and hustle harder, and, like, they need to just accept that MSRP isn't a thing. This whole idea of like kind of telling people that, like, just, like, get used to it, like, it's kind of fucked. Like, there's definitely ways to navigate this hobby, but I think the narrative of sealed product is kind of a cancer right now. People are going to be so stuck on trying to get sealed product. Not only are they going to get kind of burned in the short term by paying these crazy prices for cases and so forth, and I respect it. People are going to do what they're going to do, but I think people are going to miss the most beautiful cards in the hobby, and they're going to miss their chance to even get them. And it doesn't matter how many cases or booster boxes. Some of these cards are just, they're ceasing to exist. PSA 10 pops are not going up. I don't know about you guys. I believe in pop control. So I don't think PSA 10 vintage cards are going to go up in population at all. And I think they're pop controlling PSA 9 now. And the reason that I think they're pop controlling PSA 9 vintage cards is because my boy just did a submission. Huge submission, right? Beautiful, pack fresh cards from his binder he's been collecting from the beginning. They gave him all 8s. Like, they're not even giving out 9s the way they used to for vintage. The whole game has changed. PSA is now giving people offers on their cards immediately. I think there's really going to be there's going to be a lot more manipulation coming. I think it's great. I think it's great. You know, grading just became way more streamlined because now you get an offer right after you get your cards revealed. But yeah, it's going to streamline things, but things are going to get even crazier. Damien, how we doing tonight? What gold stars do you need, Grant? I need gold star Umbreon, which honestly I'm not even worried about. I will get the card at my own pace, but I'm not going to miss out on all these other beautiful holo cards that are vintage over a non-holo that I don't even like that much. Like, I know when I have the card in hand, I'll be biased. I'll be like, oh my God, this thing's so rare, so historical. But like, face value, the card isn't shit. It's a non-holo. Honestly, the Celebrations Umbreon looks 10 times better, even with the stupid stamp. But yeah, I need that. I need the Celebi. And the Celebi's getting... I should have just kept my creased Celebi. I got a PSA 9 for $830. This was like literally like 3 months ago. PSA 9. It had a creased corner, very light surface crease, but still had a creased corner. And I sold it immediately. Like, I just don't want cards like that. And yeah, in hindsight, I should have kept that stupid creased Celebi and just waited to sell it, or do a straight swap, or sell it and then put that money into a PSA 10 Celebi. I don't know, but I should have kept that card a little bit longer. But now I need the Celebi again, and I need the Umbreon. Raw, how we doing? James, have you got a collector profile set up? Would love to see your collection on it. I do not have a collector profile set up. If that's the value app where it tells you the value of all of your cards, that's just something I'm not interested in. Like, I don't need an app to tell me that the cards are worth 6 figures, $500,000. And honestly, it's gonna probably inflate my ego more than it needs to be. If that's what you're talking about. Steve, keep talking. I'm learning how to speak Ebonics. Rarest card. My rarest card, I think, honestly, is the Skyridge Gengar PSA 10 I just got. I really feel like that's the rarest card that I have in my collection right now, despite the price that it's not the most expensive card. Dr. Rocket is in the building. Titan, when my teacher says I forget my homework, okay. Ben McLaren, doctoring. Yeah, doctoring is going to be a serious issue, but I do think because PSA is potentially controlling how many cards they're letting through the gates, I think that doctoring is actually maybe less of an issue than we previously thought, because I think PSA is just getting tougher, like, period. And I think the doctoring might even be a big part of that. That people think they're ahead of the game, but the reality is PSA is like, no. Your cards are super clean and they're well restored, and we're still giving you a PSA 7. But yeah, that's a big one, Ben. That's a big one. Austin, doctor that Charizard Techno CGC 9 for $15K. Frank Nitty, too many people trying to stack up and invest. Singles are thinning. Put on a collector and player base. Thinning, put on a collector and player base in my area. Doctor, why do you think they are doing immediate offers from PSA? Because they know that there's more money to make in this. Of course. I'm surprised they didn't do it sooner, to be honest. It's really wild. Like, you're gonna charge people for the grades. Then most people are only going to get 3 or 4 10s out of their whole submission that you've already made a ton of money on. And then you're going to say, hey, I'm going to cherry pick all those 10s that you just graded. I'm going to take them back from you. You keep all that other stuff here. I'll pay you out. You make money on all those 10s, and then we'll make a load of money when they double in price after we gave you a 75% offer. I really think like the PSA offers are great, but I think people are going to get mad in a couple months when they realize these cards are going to explode that PSA is giving offers on. Also, PSA doesn't give you offers on everything. I do think that they give you certain offers on cards that they have all the data, they have all the analytics, they have everything they need to manipulate. Andy, unfortunately, we won't ever see new set booster boxes under 200 ever again, if not 250. We won't ever see that. So then what do we do? Are we buying booster boxes for that much? We're okay with that? We're okay with how that's going? I mean, instead of buying awesome cards for that much, let's just buy the box that may not have anything in it. That's one of my biggest gripes. It's already a gamble. How are they going to tax the gamble? How are they going to tax the gamble? She'll go to bed soon. She won't last much longer. Oh.
She's fine. She gave me 1,000 kisses.
Mike, I traded my Shining Legends Mewtwo and Mario Pikachu 10. Trade. Need that card back. Do I get the Mario back? And do I get the Mario back and get Blaine's Charizard first ed 9? Or the Mewtwo and first ed PSA 10? I'm going to tell you right now, if you want to buy PSA 10 and you have the money for it, those cards are going to explode. I really think those are going to explode because when there's such a large collector base and there's only 100 of a certain card and a 10, like it's not even going to matter what the card is. Like in a lot of the gym heroes, gym challenge cards, there's a lot of those cards in PSA 10 that are very, very low pop. Those are going to explode too, I think. But at the end of the day, like it just comes down to rarity. I just think people are going to wisen up in the next couple of months, maybe another year, and they're going to realize what is actually rare in this hobby. And that's something to be cherished, not a sealed box. A vintage box, sure. Mid-era boxes, sure. Sword and Shield boxes are even pretty cool, yeah. But not at the current prices that they're at. And then, the super modern boxes, like, dude, not the current prices those are at either. Like, I would rather you buy Sword and Shield boxes if you're going to do sealed investing. I would rather you buy Sword and Shield boxes and product than buy stuff that's being heavily pumped in Scarlet Violet right now. James, I'm getting buyer's remorse on pre-ordering Phantasmal. 2 UPCs, 2 booster boxes, thinking how I could put that towards my vintage goals. Your words are really getting to me. And I don't think you're going to do poorly. I think Phantasmal Flames, people want it to fail. Phantasmal Flames will not be a failure. You are gonna do very well on that set. Don't get me wrong. But unless you have money to buy the set, get a couple products, and still pull off, buy some cards you really want on the side, you're going to have to pick and choose, and you're going to miss out on one or the other. Which one do you want to miss out on more? The product or the cards? There's, I think, probably maybe even way more upside with the sealed product. Potentially. Depends what cards you're comparing with. For me, there's no comparison. The cards that I'm after they're a much better buy, I think, and just more enjoyable. And that's a big point too. Like, what are you going to enjoy more? Are you going to enjoy looking at a beautiful card, or are you going to enjoy looking at those boxes sitting there? Not everybody is a Rudy, Not everybody has the kind of money to back. And then that's the other thing. Like, he's an investor businessman. He's not a collector. So there needs to be some discussion on separating the two. And you can do both, but I think there's just way more of the business-minded, gotta stock up and hoard this product mindset. And I think if they like, people are like, no reprints, nope, that doesn't happen. No reprints, no massive restocking. That's all it takes. That is literally all it takes. Older cards, they're ceasing to exist. Dr. Rocket, I heard Japan Post is stopped up and they are halting shipments to the USA due to tariffs and ending the ending of de minimis rule. I think it'll impact prices and the value of Japanese. Very much potential. Have you heard how expensive misprints are? Absolutely. Who cares? Cards are printed here. I know, but Japanese is released first, so maybe it will impact how prices scale after release. Very well could. I do think because there's such significantly different markets, it's not going to impact English pricing. In fact, I think people won't be able to make solid comparisons anymore because the price will be so vastly different from that whole situation. Rev, what's up, bro? Finally got a chance to join the stream. What's good? Open legendary collection pack. Dude, I wish. Still parking. Just play TCG Pocket. There you go. Let's all just play TCG Pocket. Ghost YouTube. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday, and right now you can save 50 euro per person. What is? What? My wife knew what this was immediately.
It's a sound. It's a trending sound that people use on TikTok.
Oh my gosh.
Right
Okay.
now, you can save
Okay.
£50 per person.
I got a question. Have you ever submitted a card with a cut in the bottom left? I want to slab my Gold Star Espeon, but it has a slight cut in the bottom left of the card. Wasn't sure if they'd slab it. Depends. If it looks like it's trimmed, no, they're not going to slab it. They're going to reject it. But if it's just a little cut indent type thing, it looks natural, doesn't look artificial, they'll still slab it. It'll hurt the grade, but they'll slab it. Slibbity slab it. Mike, is your collection insured? What do you think about that? Potentially get a safe? Guys, we live in a super secure neighborhood. It's honestly, I would worry about it in my old house. I'm not worried about anything here. And then insurance could be smart. I'm not going to do it. I don't believe that that's necessary. Maybe at a certain point, maybe down the road. I still don't even take it that seriously. Like the prices right now, I still don't even take it that seriously. I'm like, just because my collection might be worth on the market like $500,000, whatever, doesn't mean that I still take it that seriously. Like I'm not going to insure my Pokemon cards. Rocco, MK, Ryan, been loving the vids. Are you glad? Also, thank you for that $5 super. Definitely helps feed the family. We just got hit with our first big-ass mortgage bill from this new house, and it fucking stings. And we still don't have a renter for the old house, so I am starting to hemorrhage money. Are you glad to see that the other SIRs and Paladin Fates are getting more love? Zard 910 and the Guard is 400. Thank God, the Gardevoir, yes! The Gardevoir, I'm happy that it's seeing love. The Charizard, not the biggest fan of. Obviously, the Bubble Mew. I almost said the Bulba Mew. The Bulba Mew. The Bubble Mew is awesome. I'm at this point like, bro, you might need to like, oh God, I hate seeing these cards keep going up. Because I'm like, at this point, I'm even having to pick between vintage and modern. I can't even be like, oh, I'll just go after modern later. Like, the train for everything, the chase cards, the top chase cards are leaving the station. If you want the top chase cards in any set, you better buy them things now. But I know Turtle, one of our Discord members, is a huge fan of that Paldean Fates Charizard and the Obsidian Flames Charizard, despite their Terra Crowns. Very big fans. I'm sorry, guys, but I have never been and will never be a fan of the Terra Crown Charizards. Those cards, to me personally, don't hate me for this. Those cards, to me personally, are meaningless. I have no love for them. I want to love them. If I graded them myself, I'd be like, oh yeah, this is cool. And if I had to pick one out of the two, I'd pick the Obsidian one, honestly. I like the orange vibrant color versus the shiny Zard. But thank you, bud. Seriously, thank you. Me love you long time. Let's see. Rocket, my Walmart just put out 400 single blisters of Journey Together today. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Let's go. W. Can we get a W for Walmart putting out the bag of blisters? Let's go. J Double, is this your new spot that you transferred your collection to? Yes, and it was a fucking royal pain in the ass. Another thing I hate about sealed. Austin, might as well do pocket. You never rip anymore. Bro is flaming me for being very economical right now. If I open stuff, it's not going to go well. And I don't have the money to really fill that sealed void. And right now, the stores don't even have anything. Until I can start buying product easily, it's going to be really hard to justify opening anything. Also, at this point, it's no longer like I have plenty of stuff to sit on. It's like what I have may or may not get me to the next level if I sell all of it to the cards that I want. I don't even know if I have enough product to leverage the cards that I still want in this hobby. Doctor, Pocket makes me sad. So many cool arts. That's another thing. Pocket needs to stop shafting us on the arts. Give us the arts. Ani, why is your nose pink? Right. Well, I am sick. I've been sick for 3 weeks. It sucks ass. But we're just working through it anyways. Pokemon has always been gambling for kids and adults. I hope you have a good evening so far. I hope you guys are all having a great evening so far. I mean, seriously. As he continues to buy more grails. Don't hate the player. Hate the game, bro. Hate the game. No, that was cringe. If I could... Here's the other thing. I thought the trajectory of my channel was going to help pay for a lot of openings, and it kind of flatlined, and that's on me. Like, I lost a lot of my creativity and drive and motivation, and I'm starting to get that back, but also a lot of that has to do with the fact that we are now in our new place, and I feel very confident with our foundation here. But I don't want to lie. I don't want to lie and overpromise anything, especially saying like I'm going to start opening a ton of stuff. Like if I can get products for a reasonable price, especially MSRP, like if we go to Target, we pick up some stuff, I'll pick up some stuff for a stream. I don't mind that. What I'm not going to do is pay $250 for a box, open it, and get nothing. Can't go through that anymore. Cannot do it. Don't have a big enough channel. Don't make enough money. Got too many bills. But also, I know it's just for the love of the game. And at the end of the day, like Austin's right. I should be opening stuff. That's what this hobby is all about. Beyond getting the cards you love is actually having those moments and those memories, opening stuff up. Billy, how we doing? James, Paldean Fates deserves a recent pump. Definitely top tier, top set for me in SV era. Yeah. Thomas, how we doing? Turtle, they hid the Terra Crowns pretty well in the Terrazards. Say what you will, Turtle. Say what you will. I know you love them. I don't want you to hold it against me. Capital K, how we doing? What's good from Korea? Josh G, he needs some milk. He needs some milk. Oh, what does that mean? Is that like a legit thing? Like, is milk the ultimate healer? Are you chasing the Mega Charizard from the upcoming Mega set, Orion? Come on, man. That Mega Charizard, even for someone who's not a Mega fan, dude, that thing is peak. I have to have that Charizard. I have to have it. I think it's awesome. No cap, I think it's awesome. I'm terrified for the price of that card. Terrified. If Bubble Mew can jump to 2K in this short of a time frame, what's that card gonna do? Are we gonna have the first modern card hit 3, 4, 5K? Like, what's happening there? Do you think modern sealed crashes? And if yes, how hard? How hard do you think it's gonna crash? All right, so gold. I think you know. With modern, I think we could see a flat line. When we say crash, we almost think it's gonna go below MSRP. We've seen that in the old days. And when I say the old days, I mean like a couple years ago. We're not seeing that anymore. If we have a crash, it's a flat line. and it's a flat line at MSRP or slightly above MSRP, and we'll just have to be happy with that. And when do I think that's going to happen? Could be any day. It's the ball is in Pokemon's courts. I think people put way too much faith in sealed product, and hats off to them. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it until it makes sense. And if it flatlined or crashed and everyone's talking about it, like everyone's saying like, oh my God, product just got so cheap. There's so much of it now. Nobody wants it. That is the time to buy. And at the same time, if that happens, our singles kind of going to be crashing too, which means that would still be a good time to buy singles in grade because everything is down. I don't know. We have a Discord member, Turtle. He's in here right now. He's done so much grading, which has inspired me. It's honestly, I admire the shit out of it because I'm running out of steam to continue buying these vintage cards I've been buying. But if I keep buying modern, grading it, and winning, and getting gem mint cards to sell back in the market, and then use that to offset my costs, grading is the only thing that makes sense to me right now. And I think that space is going to get super crowded because now they're offering you money right when your cards are ready to be returned. And that's, man, making people that liquid, that quick, that's going to be dangerous. And I think a lot of people are going to sell early. Octogram, what a radical life-changing take. Bro, it's just cards. It isn't that deep. Cool story, bro. Rocco, Journey Together is a top-tier set. I don't care. Thank you, Rocco, for saying that. Doesn't matter how printed it is. There's some sets that I just think Journey Together is awesome. I think it's definitely one of the sets that I plan on buying a case or 2 cases of when we get to that point. Because at this point, I didn't have the balls or conviction to really dive in and collect my favorite vintage cards initially. I'm not doing that this year. Fuck that. I'm going all in this year. This year is all about conviction and doing what I say I'm going to do. And I'm not going to dabble with sealed. I'm not going to experiment with anything. I don't even know if I'm going to grade as much as I have been. I'm definitely going to send smaller submissions. I'm not going to be sending 100 card submissions in anymore. I might do one last big one of vintage cards from my binders, but I don't even know if I'm going to do that anymore. Originally, I was going to. I don't know if I'm going to anymore. I think I really need to be smart because I just have more bills now. I have more bills. I have more people that depend on me than ever, and I cannot be less efficient. But yeah, Journey Together is sick. I love Journey Together. Did he really say he's being economical? He did that. Pepto Pat. That's a great name. What's your fave Pokemon? Mine's Trubbish, the ugly piece of trash. Now, I love that for you. I love that you enjoy a card that not many people like. That's something rare that we don't see a lot in this day and age in the hobby. My favorite Pokemon, probably basic. Pikachu, Charizard, Rayquaza, very, very basic. Gengar now, but I think from the beginning it's always been Zard. Jose, lack of availability of modern has made me look back at older sets. Blessings in disguise. There you go. Natalie Barbie, 3 weeks. Natalie Barbie, I don't know what 3 weeks means.
So you've been sick for 3 weeks.
Oh yeah. I know. I've been messed up. If you could pick 3 cards you still want in your collection, what would they be? Dude, that's messed up. Honestly, at this point, I put off Skyridge Gengar for too long, but I'm gonna do them right here. Skyridge Gengar, Gold Star Rayquaza, and first edition base set Charizard would probably be the big 3. First edition base set Charizard is just too iconic. And I'd set my sights on that big time. Crystal Zard is an amazing card, don't get me wrong, but it's a little bit too goofy for me to be like, if I only have 3 cards to look at all the time. The Gengar is just stunning to me. I love that card so much. The Gold Star Rayquaza is just artistically really unique. The way he's spiraling in the card, the peak of Gold Stars, the lowest point in Pokemon, yet the hottest card to ever be made. So that's kind of those. That would be those 3. Capital K, shifted market back, go modern now. I'm seeing bigger cards, harder to move, except gold stars, etc. I think it depends on if you're a really reputable seller, right? I have no issue selling big cards, honestly. Recently I sold a Lugia that I only had up for like a week. I really think I'm going to move into selling bigger cards, and just sticking with that. But modern again, right now there's a lot. If you look up illustration rares and PSA 10, there's a lot of awesome deals and beautiful cards. The the Sunflora the Sunflora illustration rare, I saw one. It was listed for like $40 and a 10. I was like, I really can't dabble in these right now, but like $40 for a PSA 10 illustration rare, like, bro, grading is $19. You're gonna pay $20 extra and you get the gem mint copy of a really nice illustration card. I think like right now, like 35 to $40, if you can find PSA 10 illustrations that are nice for that price point, that's like such a good price point. Rocket, I really hope the pocket cards become a real thing. That would be awesome. It's because of the inconsistent uploading. The algorithm just doesn't like consistency or inconsistency. J Bud, amen, brother. Yo, it's good. What's happening with the Brilliant Stars box? So, the Brilliant Stars box, originally, this was something that I did want to open on the channel. I had to file a case with eBay because it got messed up by the original buyer. But I ended up listing it on eBay. I already have an offer for the box at $360, and I just countered at $425 because honestly, like, this box, new, sealed, and mint condition, is listed for like $685. How this box hasn't already sold at $440, which is what I have it priced at now, which is, I think, a really good price, is crazy to me. But yeah, I'm gonna have to take the $400 on the box because honestly, I bought some really big cards recently, and that's a smart move. Although that was something that I really wanted to open on the streams. You guys control me for that. I 100% deserve it. But that's something that I can live with. I opened a ton of product on this channel. I've opened all of my 151, and I loved 151. I wanted to keep some of that sealed. So I feel like I've done as much as I could, but maybe not enough. Let's just open all of your Sword and Shield cases. I will give you guys this. If in some crazy world my stock market investments blew up, if the bar blew up, if my channel blew up, if I had the perfect combination of good things happening in life, there's no reason to not open up this stuff. There could be so much good stuff in those boxes. Probably not, but you don't think that I wonder what's in these boxes? You don't think that I want to know what's inside this Brilliant Stars box right now? I hunted for that Charizard V relentlessly, and we finally pulled one. Do you know how happy I would be if we could pull another Charizard V? I would lose my shit. Okay, Orion, then open the damn box and delist it off eBay. It's not that easy, guys. When you've opened enough product and you know that the odds are stacked against you, it's tough to justify, especially when you need the money. And right now, I need the money, and I'm willing and humble enough to say that. Is there rarity terms? And if so, what are they all named? You guys might be able to help with that. Calvin Patel, I mean, you got the SIRs, illustration rares, IRs, older cards. You've got the Sword and Shield, Sun and Moon. You've got alt arts, which are basically our SIRs now. I hate the terminology. I always hated the terminology. People are gonna be like, oh, the terminology wasn't a big deal. It was never a big deal. It's really simple. I always hated it. I wish they would have kept it really streamlined and just there's the secret rares, the ultra rares, and like Yu-Gi-Oh, the super rares. I really wish they would have just kept it simple from the beginning and it would have stayed that way. But they're always coming up with new terminology. But I think SIRs are here to stay, and illustration rares are definitely here to stay. And they're a really great addition. They're a really great addition to the sets. Calvin, what's the card game update now? Been taking it slow on buying anything right now. What is the card game update? Run and hide? I don't know. Marcus Blair, Battle Styles T-Tar went up $70. I feel like the market manipulation is all over the place. Wow, yeah. What's Battle Styles T-Tar at right now? I'd be very interested to know that. Isn't Lovebirds 2019? That's only 6 years. Yeah. Dude, the Lovebirds for 10K. Can you guys believe that? 10K. What? Holy smokes. Cards that are 6 years old can hit 10K. I guess that really is the ultimate modern card right there when you think about it. Which means people are probably going to keep buying it even at $10,000 because it really is the ultimate modern card. I don't care what anybody says. I've got friends that have had them, sold them, talk shit about them now. The Latios Latias GX is a top tier peak modern card. But if I'm going to spend 10 grand on that, I would rather spend 10 grand on something vintage like first edition Blaine's Charizard or Sabrina's Gengar or anything Aquapolis or Skyridge or Neo Destiny, Neo Genesis. There's so much good stuff out there. So much good stuff. PSA 9's cool or no? I think PSA 9s are cool. I don't give a shit what anybody says. PSA 9s are dope, whether they're modern or vintage. And vintage PSA 9s are really starting to be where it's at. Dr. Soda. Thank you for that. Polly, don't give a fuck. What would you value a master set of Dragon Frontiers near mint condition in today's market? Dude, I don't even know the first thing about valuing a master set like that. That's that old. I mean, Dragon Frontiers, you're talking about Gold Star Charizard and Gold Star Mew? I mean, near mint? Jeez, I mean, I don't know. Master set, what, 50 grand, 40 grand, something like that. I feel like with the Gold Stars being so expensive, that might be overshooting it a little bit. 30, maybe 25. 25 actually seems cheap for a Dragon Frontiers near mint master set. But then again, raw cards just don't fetch the same as graded. I keep thinking of graded prices. Raw is just not, it's a totally different world. Favorite Pokemon, again, Pikachu, Rayquaza, Charizard, the basics, Gengar. Shout out Dr. Soda. Jesus is the Son of God. Okay, we'll read it. Jesus is the Son of God. I get these every stream. He died on the cross for our sins and was resurrected 3 days later. Believing in Jesus, and you will not die, but have everlasting life. Speaking of, our neighbors are trying to get us into their church here. You said you'd open Hold On Phantoms. I wish. I was actually talking about Hold On Phantoms the other day. I think Hold On Phantoms actually might be one of the greatest vintage sets of all time. Gold Star Pika, Gold Star Mewtwo, and Gold Star Gary in the same set. It's pretty fire. That's pretty fire. I don't know why EX Deoxys has the Gold Star Ray, but for some reason, Latios Latias, they just, as Gold Stars, they don't do it for me. I really feel like the Hold On Phantoms is the peak, the creme de la creme of the Gold Star sets. Linger Boy, should I sell my Lily Clefairy SIR or hold? I would hold on to that Lily's Clefairy for sure. For sure. Speaking of, I need first edition Clefairy still. Yeah, we really need that first edition Clefairy. Big time. I'm asleep. Good night. Peace. Loyal P Fund. Love the videos, brother. What's your favorite set? Depends. You gotta narrow it down. Favorite vintage or favorite modern? We could go all day. Melissa Rubio. I love the background. Get a copy for the game room. Go for it, Melissa. Go for it. Nobody seems to just do basic shelving. It looks great. It's honestly amazing. Simple. Nego, brother, I cracked Obsidian Flames PC ETB and 151 ETB and sent in my Paldea Magikarp. My Charmander was a 6. Ooh, my Snorlax 8.5. I don't know. I didn't even know they still did 8.5. And a PSA 10 Magikarp. Dude, PSA 10 Magikarp, though. Dude, let's go. That's what, 2K right now? And also just fuck the money. It's a super low pop for being modern. That's a cool card. I should have seen that one coming with that card. I should have seen it freaking coming. Alakazam has always been my favorite. The 151 Alakazam is fire. First Ed base Alakazam is fire. Shut up and rip. Nigo, you selling the carp or would you keep 2K for that card? Is insane. The card is insane. I would keep the carp. Mine is a 9. I don't even have a 10. I graded 3. They all got 9s. Matthew Chang, that's a lot of cards. Have you ever farted and blamed it on someone else? Absolutely. I do it to Diana all the time. King Cobra. Diana's in the room. She's just not making her presence known. She was like, I'm gonna come crash your stream. I'm like, go for it. You ain't doing it. You ain't real. You ain't about it. King Cobra. Yeah, and you rip people off. Cool story, bro. Always enjoy your videos. You should do more videos at the bar, like your other videos. Pokemon Rant Around the World with Orion is the next series. Yeah, I appreciate that so much. Alan Joseph, you look exactly like Yuri Rection. Very funny. She got me.
What?
He got me.
What?
He said, you look exactly like Yuri, first name, Rection, last name. Very good. Very good. Very good, my friend. Okay, Billy. Bro, what did I do? Bro, Crystal Charizard. Do you think we'll eventually get Gold Star Ray in a 10? It's your favorite card besides the Gengar? Dude, Gold Star Ray is like absolute peak. And honestly, I could get it in a 10. I could have it if I really wanted to. I would have to make a big trade, but yeah, Gold Star 10 would be amazing. Breathtaking. That me, honestly, I think Diana knows. I mean, I sat nights and nights just looking at my Gold Star Ray. Gold Star Rayquaza and PSA 10. That might be the ultimate end game for me personally. That might honestly be the end game for me personally. Very rare, very scarce, extremely iconic. The King of Kings. Let's not get too sentimental. I might cry. Dr. Rocket, someone in Discord, I think Turtle said, you get more if you sold Brilliant Stars as loose packs. And I might have to do that. Ridiculous. It's honestly ridiculous. It's been on eBay now for 2 days. I'm giving it three days, and then I might just turn it into a 1 penny auction. Because that's probably going to go higher than 440. I'm going to be honest with you. All I hear is I don't want to rip more money and rather sell. That you can call me out. You can call me out, brother. I gotta take it. Ashwin, is it late to start collecting cards? It's never too late to start collecting cards, man. No matter what anybody says. We all say the hobby's cooked, but it's never too late to start collecting cards. You just gotta find stuff you like and search for good deals. There's still good deals out there. 562 for the Alt Art Tyranitar. I mean, I knew it was about 500 for a while. Yeah, it was sub 250 when I pulled it, I think. Silly. Exponential growth, baby. SD, did you see the Aquapus Umbreon PSA 10 sell for 11K? Deserved. I remember several years ago, we were on a flight back from Portugal. I was looking at the Skyridge Umbreon in a PSA 9, and I was showing Diana, and I was like, this card is so beautiful. Like, I need this card. Like, I was FOMOing so bad years ago. I was like, I may never get another chance to see this card in a PSA 9. Now, I know 9s, there's definitely a lot more 9s than there are 10s of that card. I think it's like, what? There's like 90 or maybe 50 in a PSA 10. But 11K at this point for any peak older set, I mean, 10K is like the kind of starting to be like, in a crazy way, like, it like very deserving. Yeah, it's a lot of money though. James, the girl bought my lovebirds for me, said she bought it for her XBF as a Valentine's Day gift in 2020 for $100 and kept it in the breakup. Crazy come up. Very good come up. Arun skipped my text. I mean, yeah, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. I'm not going to go scroll all the way back. I try to catch everybody. I do what I can. You're a sub. Lance Charizard from Celebrations is a sleeper. Yeah, I mean, I think every Charizard has a place. Um, Richie Rich, you think the Mewtwo SIR from Destined Rivals will be the biggest hit of the SV era? Nope. 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 Bubble Mew. Bubble Mew really might take the cake on that one. Honestly. It's already time-wise, nothing else is really outpacing that Bubble Mew. And it's just crazy. It's just probably the most loved card, and it's for everybody. It's cute. Girls like it. The guys think it's sick. The art style is honestly great. It's kind of refreshing. It's a shiny. Uh, yeah, I doubt that anything in Destined Rivals is gonna pass that Bubble Mew. And it may even be time to go ahead and say it. Bubble Mew is the best. That card is gonna outpace everything else as far as SIRs. But might not be thinking of everything in SV. I just think Bubble Mew has been talked about so much and pumped so much that maybe we're overthinking it. Uh, Anthony, do you think binder collecting is a cope in 2025? As in graded is superior. I don't think it's cope. I prefer graded cards, but that's just because it feels safe. Um, and also binders take a lot of space. Binders are awesome, but when you get to a point where you want to be more minimal, that can become a problem. Waffle, waffle, waffle. Damn, you collect cardboard a little bit, a little bit. Uh, Wolf species collector, very dope. Uh, Nah, bro. Sing the I hate what? Uh, Talasi. Hey, man. Did you ever try pudding? Pudding's fire. Joe Huerta. What's up, Orion? How's it going? How's it going, my man? Favorite vintage set. Favorite vintage set. Um, I mean, Hold On Phantoms is again. Hold On Phantoms is really up there. Skyridge. Skyridge or Aquapolis too. Those are really, really good too. Um, I think I'm gonna have to go with Skyridge though, because there were a lot of those cards. That was probably a set that I drooled over the most. So I think it's a safe bet that although my tastes have changed a lot, and I definitely like the Gold Star sets, I think if Gold Stars hadn't been so hyped up, I think that a lot of older WotC sets, like Neo Destiny, right? The original first edition Shinings, those are kind of undervalued when you compare them to Gold Stars. Like, why aren't those nearly as lovable? Maybe it's because people just don't like the shiny texture, with the no hollow, background. It might be that. I continue to wonder why Shinings just did not perform nearly as well. Um, yeah, I'm not sure if that answers the question. Legendary Collection's cool, but I feel like it's just really expensive and it was always very scarce. Um, I think if we're gonna take value into mind and like just arts that I honestly really, really prefer in vintage, the gym sets. Gym Heroes, Gym Challenge. A buddy of mine's really getting into those right now, and like I put that off for a long time. Those sets are freaking awesome. Where the trainers aren't in the cards. The cards, the Pokemon get all the focus, but there's the little trainer head in the bottom. I like that style. I think it's really, really nice. Um, Gold, in a perfect world, we get the Gold Star set that had Jirachi, Lugia, and Ho-Oh, and it had Shadow Pokemon as hollows. Dude, yeah, there's so many cards that should have been Gold Stars, unfortunately. And I think Pokemon's smart enough to know that they could play around with that. I don't think this is the end of Gold Stars. I think the Gold Stars will be coming back. They already got us in celebrations with the Greninja, but that was more, a stamped card. I think some form of Gold Stars will be coming down the pipeline in the future. Maybe even in this mega set. Jesus loves you. RNG is there. The Paldean Fates Zard is at 260. Wow. Skyrocketed. Jabroni. Yo, bro, am I cooked? I told her. And she left me undelivered. Potentially. Loyal P Fun, good night, brother. Love the videos. Doing a Master set in Alakazam. Good luck with your Alakazam set. I think a lot of cards and celebrations are popping off right now. I worry about people. I worry about them. Are they buying into the hype train, or are these cards really safe, solid move right now? Celebrations is really exploding. Nigo, you're building a community, brother. Keep up the amazing work. Consistency is key in life. You'll get everything you deserve. For $10,000, I get a shiny Mewtwo Gold Star instead of Lovebirds. Dragon Star, do you collect coins? I do not. Dr. Rocket, hate that 10K is the new floor for. Yeah, I didn't want to say it, but it kind of feels like the new floor. Rich, nice take. Personally, like the Mewtwo art myself. The Mewtwo art is sick. Could it have been better? Yeah, could have been better. It could have not featured Giovanni maybe so close in the picture of the card. Maybe Giovanni on a stoop in the background, like with his Pokeball out like that, and you can kind of make him out, but he's really not taking up a lot of space in the card. And then you've got, the menacing Mewtwo all by himself hovering above you. That would have been a better card, in my opinion. They really got these trainers up in our face. Akiman, that Mew EX out of China set promo is way cooler than the Bubble Mew. A lot of people would argue with you on that. It may be way rarer. It may be way more exclusive. Way cooler, I don't know. That's debatable. It's a preference. Nigo, with the Charmander Pokemon Center being pop 500, I think that card will be pushing insane numbers if 4K isn't high enough. Oh my God, 4K. Well, for a modern card, yeah. Pokemon Center promos are not my thing though, so I don't feel like I'm the most qualified to talk on those. Goob Noob, I own all the black and white single blisters. Nice. Coffee, snacks. Do you think Pokemon Celebrations has the potential to increase in value? Seems like the Umbreon and Greninja getting all the attention, as they should. I think they are the better cards in that set. I do think Celebrations was one of my top favorite sets in Modern. I think it has a lot of room. So yeah, if you really like it, go for it. I mean, that's the important thing. If you end up opening this stuff and it's fun, then it's a win-win. E.T., you be scalping? ? My guy, I have not ever been a scalper. It's so pathetic. It's not even that it's so pathetic. It's so like, dude, the amount of time and energy to go scalping all these stores, it's not like an accolade. It's not like a, damn, bro, I cleaned out all the stores. It's like, I got it all. Like, it's really like, damn, you spent all day doing that? You spent all day doing that? Like, this life is precious. It's finite. To be a scalper is, I mean, people got to eat, I guess. But no, I don't be scalping. No, sorry, 20-minute delay. Okay, I'm drinking on, just sent my DME to Femto, now we wait. Sleeper build, do you lift? I did go to the gym for a while. I haven't been to the gym in like a month. I'm being a lazy piece of shit right now. I'm caught up with the stream. I just went straight down to the stream. Okay, guys. Capital Delta Species slept. Way cooler than Megas. Delta Species is nice. I got my Delta Species Espeon back. The reverse stamp in a 7. I'm definitely keeping that bitch. What are one of the better packs to get with a good chase on a low budget? Low budget is not forgiving in Pokemon, unfortunately. Low budget, guys. I think Journey Together, because the pull rate, aren't the pull rates pretty good in Journey Together? Acuman, I have 3 Obsidian Flames, ETBs. Should I crack them and search for a 10 Charmander? I would do it. Honestly, if those things are actually pushing like those kinds of numbers, like 3-4 grand, yeah, I would open them. I need Pokemon to make a Sceptile SIR soon. I'm with you, Richie. I'm with you. Give us a Sceptile SIR. That would be great. That would be great, dude. Dude, fantastic starter. If you ever had a childhood and played the Game Boy games, Hoenn, fantastic starter. I got you, bro. I got you. Preview on the next vid. Thoughts on Phantasmal Flames bots and pre-queue debacle. These guys are savages, y'all. These guys are savages, man. Just taking all of the product. Pokemon, dude, Pokemon would be foolish to not print more. They would be foolish. God, they are making so much money hand over fist. Print more. Make it hilarious. Make us all look back and say, like, remember that time the bots cleaned out all of the Phantasmal Flames? I mean, what does everybody think of that here? Like, basically a small group bought out all the Phantasmal Flames, right? I mean, how is that possible? Capital EX early sets with the E-Series. Dude, E-Series, goated. E-Series is goated on the border. Oh, dude. Cosmo Hollows for me are it, too. I love the Cosmo Hollows. What is your dream pick to rip? I'd rip Unseen Forces. Love the Lugia EX ever since a kid. If I had to pick to rip, it would be EX Deoxys. It would be EX Deoxys. If you ever, like, just got a random heavy pack from, like, a collection, so you bought someone's collection at a yard sale and it had a couple EX Deoxys packs. Dude, that would be crazy. Yeah, that EX Deoxys, because it has my favorite card probably in the hobby, would be the best to open. The Lugia EX is fire. I saw one of those at the show. It was nice. They're leaving so much money on the table. Print it. I mean, we all want it printed. Like, just give the people what they want. At this point, it's not even like they could print it into the ground because there's so much demand in Pokemon. There's no such thing as printing it into the ground. It's at this point, it's printing to demand. At the same time, in the past, we've seen stuff restocked. We've seen store shelves with lots of product, and then no one buys it again. Rattle Pokemon was talking about how, you know, it might take a year, it might take 3 years. And I think that was I think he said 3 years. I think that was a really mature thing for him to say, that, like, this might feel like it's lasting forever, but before you know it, something's going to change. At least Pokemon Center canceled all their orders. Did they? Did they cancel? Did they cancel all of the bot orders? I didn't see any update on that. If there's an update on that, please let me know. I do love that Gold Star Ray. I do love Hallbrook Racing. I'm a certified scalper. I mean, you got to do you, bro. Capital, Unseen Forces, Dragon Frontiers, Crystal Guardians, EX Deoxys. Speaking of Crystal Guardians Reverse Charizard. I feel like no one talks about that Charizard. Beautiful card. Such a good artwork. Stormfront Charizard also. That's kind of a weird set. Very low pop. Have you checked the Gem Loaders slab binder? Best one I've seen out there. Ooh, that could be cool. Cole Erickson, Benson Boone. What's up? How we doing, people? Unconfirmed if they cancel the orders, I believed. Nigo, they did cancel. I've seen photos. I mean, a lot of people got canceled on, but did the bots get canceled on? I'm fine with it being printed to the ground. I just want artwork more on the collector side. I saw screenshots from the botters that they wanted to spread a rumor of orders being canceled to get the heat off of them. That sounds more likely. Clever. Anthony, did you see the Mega Charizard playmat? Artwork is better than the SAR promo. I have not seen that yet. Exciting. Rocket, got it. Mitchell Mall talked about it, I'm pretty sure. Left curve. Well, I'm going to talk about it and talk about the fact that they might not want people trying to figure out who bought all that product. But Left curve gang or right curve gang? I don't even know what that means. I'm sorry. Yes, the set name is Cock and Balls Torture. Capital. Crystal Guardian's art has the same art as Crystal's art. Not coincidence. I bought the reverse hollow Power Keeper Zard in a 9 for 400 after shipping and taxes some months ago. Nice, nice. I have the Power Keeper's Charizard, just the regular hollow. I bought it for $50 and graded it. Got an 8. Very happy with that one. Clean 9, not a booty one. Yeah, you gotta get the clean ones. You gotta get the clean ones. Flicks, hey Ryan. Are Pokemon cards a good investment in the current environment? I don't think Pokemon cards were ever supposed to be a good investment. I think it's always been speculative. It still is. All of this is speculative. And making people think that there's always going to be a guy to pay more money. And I think there's so much misinformation and there's so much hype and FOMO that maybe this never reverses, which is why I'm still buying cards, because I just don't think things are going to change. Can you imagine if they bring back Shinings or Crystals? That would be nice. Nina, less is more. Minimalism is a beautiful thing in Pokemon. JD3, what are the first Pokemon cards I should get? You have to find that out for yourself, brother. Dive in, head first. Briefcase, Bulbasaur, very rare. Legend Maker, reverse stamp. Dude, the Legend Maker reverse Gengar, definitely on the list. Would love to have that one. Nail in the fashion, you're beautiful. Will you marry me? I'm sorry, I'm taken. Briefcase Bulbasaur, like basically only a few listings max per stamp. Lady Joshua, you need a life change. Well, are you a lady or are you Joshua? Do I need a life change? Ooh. That wall behind you is real minimalism. I know, right? Well, this wall represents how I got into collecting. It doesn't represent how I collect now, but it's a fun memento of the past and very nostalgic for me. And this room, this wall makes me feel like a kid again, which is what this is all about. You got me there, though, bro. I'm not going to lie. You got me there. What Ho cards do you own? What LOB First Ed Blue Eyes is over 30K. Oh my god. What Yu-Gi-Oh cards do you own? I have a bunch of unlimited and first edition, like nice raw cards, but I don't have anything slabbed really. I have a Harpy's Pet Dragon and an 8. Now I plan on getting into Yu-Gi-Oh. I cannot believe. So the LOB First Ed Blue Eyes is 30K. Sure. That's actually not really my top chase in Yu-Gi-Oh! My top chase in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the starter deck Kaiba First Edition Blue Eyes. I like that artwork worlds more than the Legend of Blue Eyes. Anthony, are you ever going to cop the Phantom Forces Gengar EX full art? That would be fire. It's not something that I'm honestly looking for. I know that it's a really beautiful card. I know it's got those vibrant colors. And I'm sure if it's in hand, it would be amazing. And also, with the Mega Gengar, the Phantom Forces Gengar makes perfect sense from an investment standpoint. But as a collector, it just doesn't fully align with what I'm collecting. I say it with envy. It's okay. It's okay. Now, when we're talking about full arts, the Dark Explorers Groudon or the Dragon's Exalted Rayquaza full arts. Those are some full arts that I badly want to get back. I had them both in lower grades. In hindsight, should have never sold them. Should have never sold them. They were only 8s. Shouldn't have sold them. How long would you survive a zombie apocalypse, but you can't leave your country? I don't know, man. I got everything I need. We got land. We got GATs. We're good. We're good. Lots of canned food. How long would I survive? I'd give it a solid 3 months. Solid 3 months. That's all you need. I mean, if everybody's dead, I don't want to be here anyways. You should buy 1 pack a month until you have until you fill an empty booster box. Dude, trust me, that's a goal that I don't even want to get started on. That would be painfully expensive. And I'm happy with just my empty boxes as a display. Glad I found this Grail recommend to sell my cards. eBay, just stick with it. Butt sauce, sup Ryan? Would you ever buy a black label? And what are your thoughts on them? I think black labels are really cool. I think they're very unique, very low pop. Would I pay these exorbitant prices for a modern black label card? No. Maybe a vintage copy, but also it's just not something that I look for, but I respect it. Ali, the most expensive Pokemon card ever sold is the Illustrator, which fetched a price of $5.28 million. That seems recent too. This card is highly sought after due to its rarity and significance in the Pokemon card hobby. Yeah, the Pikachu Illustrator is pretty awesome. I would actually love to own that card, even in a PSA 5. That's an exceptional card, exceptional piece of history. And I actually know someone who has one. It's like a CGC 8. Tuscan, how we doing? Diana's hitting me with that. An hour into the stream, come watch TV with me. Guys, you know what it is. You know what it is. Taylor, I have a Topps 2000 movie box. You got to open that thing, unless it's already open. ASDF, I have the white Reshiram. Nice, congrats. Fun fact, my parents used to have a 1980s Pokemon card. When I was 3, I drew all over it. Nice. I think that's what most of us did. Nigo, not sure how any stock will ever be enough. While the resale market is huge, that brings like 3 times the demand just off new products. I hate this. Vendors are now quoting eBay as market prices and won't reduce the eBay fees to get the real clearing price. That is a serious issue. Like, what the fuck, bro? You're not getting it. You're not getting that list price, though. You're getting it after fees. And then people will be like, oh, but I actually don't pay those high in fees on my eBay. And it's like such crock of shit. Guys, I've been selling on eBay for a hot minute. I'm still paying 13.25% in fees. So if someone wants to make a deal with you, definitely subtract that 13.25%. Definitely. No one giving 10% discount for market anymore. Yeah, it's fucked. Prismatic pull rates suck, by the way. Oh, believe me, we all know that. River Rat, I love your videos. Thank you. ASDF, I got $400 card after a God pack. Nice. Erratic Caverns. Hello, everybody. How we doing? Welcome to the stream. Tito Morales, I hope everyone is having a fantastic night. You guys, I really appreciate you popping out to the stream. Can't believe it's already been an hour. Feels like it went by so fast. But I am going to join Wifey downstairs to watch some TV and relax and enjoy the rest of the night. Tommy, peace and happiness to you and everyone in this chat. Oh, that's nice. I hope you had a good week so far. I hope the rest of the work brings you success in whatever form. Appreciate that. Tuscan started collecting every Charmeleon card, my favorite Pokemon. Hard part is the amount of 10C boxes. Yeah, Charmeleon's sick. Honestly, one of my favorites, like most nostalgic cards when it comes to Charmeleon is the Team Rocket Charmeleon. That scary looking dark Charmeleon. That thing's sick. I used to have like 7 Charizard UPCs. I sold half of them. We opened half of them. They didn't have anything good. And none of the promos got 10s. Capital EX Era Reverse Stamp PSA 9s. That's alpha, baby. 10s are like sub 50 pop. Already unattainable. Dude, some of those reverses are nuts. There's a reverse Aquapolis Slowpoke. It's like the guy said it is like 3K. There's only pop 3 of them. It's like, and it's funny because in the past people knew this, but now it seems to be news to people. Just because it's extremely low pop does not make it valuable. if people didn't care enough to grade that card then, that doesn't necessarily make it valuable now. What's the last booster box you've opened to yourself? I don't know, guys. What was the last booster box we opened on this channel? It might have been... I can tell you the last booster packs we opened were heavy base set packs, and I got fucked. I got everything but Charizard and Blastoise. We did get Venusaur, though. That was fire. I think the booster box was Battle Styles, which is a while back, and we pulled that Tyranitar from it. Oh, 10-cent boxes. Oh, hell yeah, hell yeah. I was like, wait, what? Low pop equals value. It's about demand. Right. Low pop does not necessarily mean jack. But the crazy thing is there's people out there that can be easily impressionable, and they might say, you know what, this Slowpoke, there's only 3 in the world, and I'm a Slowpoke collector. And then boom, you've got your buyer. Arrakis Caverns, you look like a high school narc. Definitely. I can see that. I can see that vibe. I was the guy more worried about the high school narc. Battle Styles probably, yeah, that was probably the last one. And honestly, that was a great set to stop on because that was an awesome box. We got the Tyranitar, we graded it, it got a PSA 10. It doesn't get better than that. Now, that will never happen again. Like, come on, I'm not going to get that lucky again. Maybe I will. Maybe we'll find out. There's, you know, the future is unknown. And, I mean, if I knew the future, right, I could make more calculated decisions now. But I don't know if I'm going to be struggling in the next couple months. I don't know if I'm going to be killing it in the next couple months. So, I just got to be careful. Can't be opening too much stuff and ripping product when I might not even get anything out of it. Dude is 15 years old. In the chat, people on the internet, so weird, fam. Unbelievable. Who? All right, guys. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys for coming out. We do this stream every Wednesday. Guys, if you're actually into Pokemon and you want to chop it up, it doesn't stop with our live stream. We talk Pokemon in the Discord every single day. Every single day. The Discord link is below in the description. You can join it. You can join us. You can chop it up. You don't even have to talk Pokemon. You can just post whatever you want in there, right? We're a small Discord, but it's a tight little community, and I'm really lucky and grateful to have it. Peace. You guys, take care of yourselves. And remember, don't give up hope on Pokemon, no matter how cooked we are. Peace out, everybody.